Oh. Well picked. 3 is the correct answer. 25C equal to? Smart pick. 1/4M is the correct choice. G equal to dash? Great thinking. 1/2 keys is the right choice. Half of 48? 24 is a solid answer. A half of 38 equal to? Nice work. You chose 18, and it is correct. A fourth of 84 equal to? Excellent choice. 21 is the right answer. Meter equal to dash cm. You got it. Your choice 25 is right. A quarter of 16 equal to? Valid point. 4 is equivalent to? Good thinking. 2p4 is the right answer. 1t2 meter equal to dash. Good job. Your answer 50 cm works well here. Half of 280 is dash. Strong choice. 140 is the right answer. What is half of 16? Bravo. 8 is the answer. Dash is half of 80. Clear logic. Your choice 40 is sound and 100% true. A quarter of dash equal toe. Correct response. 32 is the most accurate answer. A half of dash is 12. Correct. 24 is the right answer. Half of half is called. Solid response. Quarter is a valid choice. Half of a meter is dash. Perfect. 57 is the correct choice. A quarter plus a quarter equal to? Nice selection. A half is the correct and valid answer. How much is 5/2 of 10? Excellent. 25 is a brilliant choice. What is a quarter of 28? On track, 7 is the correct answer. G plus 250 tg equal to dash. Right again? 3d4kz is a valid answer. A quarter of a rupee is dash. Sharp thinking. 25 paisa is the right choice. The simplest form of 80-20 is. Great job. 4 to 5 is the accurate answer. How many quarters make a whole? You chose 4, and it is correct. What is half of a circle called? Right choice. Semicircle is the best answer. 3/4 of a liter is dash. Smart move 50 ml is an accurate answer. Double 30 is 60, and half of 60 is dash. You're right. 30 is the correct answer. Fractions with different denominators are called as. Well reasoned. Unlike fractions is the correct choice. 1 meter equal to 100 centimeters, so 44 meters equal to dash centimeters. Exactly. 25 makes sense, and it is right choice. Whether the statement true or false, 2 halves make a whole. Well done. True is the right choice. There are 32 students. 2 are girls. How many boys are there? Exactly. 16 makes sense, and it is right choice. The fractions which have 1 as the numerator are called fraction. Nice selection. Unit is the correct and valid answer. If you divide a cake into 4 equal parts, what is each part called? Excellent. A quarter is a brilliant choice.
Two or more fractions that name same amount are called dash fractions.
Right choice. Equivalent is the best answer. If the numerator is 5 and denominator is 11, what will be the fraction? Sharp thinking. 5 to 11 is the right choice. There are 60 mangoes. Half mangoes are ripe. How many mangoes are ripe? You chose 30, and it is correct. There are 20 stars. A quarter of them are red. How many of them are red? Great thinking. 5 is the right choice. There are 34 children. 142 of them are girls. How many children are boys? Good thinking. 17 is the right answer. If we divide any object into 2 equal parts, then each part is known as dash. Well done. Half is the right choice. If the cost of 1 kg potato is 16, find the cost of 3 to 4 kgs of potatoes. Bravo. 12 is the answer. When we divide a whole in some equal parts, each part is called dash of a whole. Smart move. Fraction is an accurate answer. There are 20 students in a class. Half are absent. How many students are present? Clear logic. Your choice 10 is sound and 100% true. If a rectangle is divided into 2 equal parts, what are each of the parts called? Nicely done. Half or semi-rectangle is a solid answer. If a shape is divided into 2 equal parts, what fraction does each part represent? You got it. Your choice 1/2 is right. Rani draws 20 stars. She colors a quarter of them red. How many stars are not red? Perfect. 15 is the correct choice. There are 60 children in a class. Half of them are boys. How many of them are girls? Solid response. 30 is a valid choice. I have 4 pets. One of my pets is a dog. The rest are cats. What fraction of my pets are cats? On track. 3/4 is the correct answer. In a class of 30 students, 203 are girls. How many girls are there in the class? Nice work. You chose 20 and it is correct. If half a kilogram of pears has 4 pieces, how many pieces will there be in 1 kilogram of pears? Valid point. 8 is true. There are 40 pens in a box. A quarter of the pens were distributed. How many were not distributed? Smart pick. 30 is the correct choice. If a cake is divided into 2 equal parts and you eat 1 part, what fraction of the cake did you eat? Good job. Your answer 1/2 works well here. John had 18 picture cards. He gave 1 to 3 of them to Miriam. How many picture cards does he have now? You're right. 12 is the correct answer. If a pizza is divided into 4 equal slices and you eat 2 slices, what fraction of the pizza did you eat? Well reasoned. 1/2 is the correct choice. If a rectangle is divided into 4 equal parts and you shade 3 parts, what fraction of the rectangle is shaded? Well picked. 3/4 is the correct answer. Kuzum bought 900 g of rice. She emptied the packet into 2 boxes equally. How much rice did she put in 1 box? Great job. 450 g is the accurate answer. Mina has 4 mangoes. She gives 2 mangoes to her brother and eats the rest. What fraction of mangoes does she eat? Excellent choice. Half is the right answer. If you have 6 cookies and you want to share them, equally between two friends, how many cookies will each friend get? Strong choice. 3 is the right answer. Minnie draws a line that is 8 cm long. Gopi's draws a line that is 1/4 as long as Minnie's. How long is Gopi's line? Right again. 2 cm is a valid answer.
If the numerator of a fraction is 1 and denominator can be any positive number, then this type of fraction is known as correct response. Unit fraction is the most accurate answer.
Rohit had 1 L milk. He put a quarter of milk in tea and drank half a liter of milk himself. How much milk has been used? Correct. 750 ml is the right answer. How do you say this fraction?
Well picked. 1 whole is the correct answer.
This picture shows equal parts.
Nice selection. False is the correct and valid answer. The blue shaded section shows dash. Good job. Your answer quarter works well here. The colored part is called 1/2.
Exactly. Yes makes sense, and it is right choice. Which part of the image is colored? Correct. 1/2 is the right answer. How much is this triangle shaded purple? Good thinking. 1/2 is the right answer. What fraction of the tennis balls are shaded? Of. Strong choice. 1/3 is the right answer. What type of fraction is shown in this picture? Well reasoned. Proper fraction is the correct choice. How many halves must be shaded to make a 1 whole? Right choice. 2 is the best answer. Does the colored part shows 1/3 of the whole figure? Nice work. You chose no and it is correct. Which fraction can be used to represent colored region in this figure? You're right. 7/10 is the correct answer. We have divided this pizza into 4 equal parts. Each part is called as dash. Perfect. Quarter is the correct choice. There are 30 mangoes, 41,002 of them are ripe. How many mangoes are ripe? Nicely done. 15 mangoes is a solid answer. If a family of 4 is sharing a pizza, they would partition the pizza into dash. Bravo. 4ths is the answer. 12 pencils are shared equally between Ritu and Rinku. How many pencils do each of them get? Excellent choice. Ritu is the right answer. Sylvia has 10 dresses. Half of her dresses are red. How many red dresses does Sylvia have? Great job. 5 is the accurate answer. Choose the option that correctly matches the fractions to the shaded pictures they represent.
On track, 1 to D3 before C is the correct answer. There are 12 children in Mrs. Peacock's class. Half of the children are girls. How many are boys?
Solid response. 6 is a valid choice. If there were 16 cars in a car park, at lunchtime in half were driven away, how many would be left in the afternoon? You got it? Your choice 8 is right. Tanu's mother cut a parantha for Tanu as shown in the picture. Each piece of the parantha is a dash of the whole parantha.
Valid point. 1/4 is true.
Soumya bought the pizza shown in the picture. If she has to share half with her sister, how many slices will she get for herself? You chose 3, and it is correct. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format? Smart move. Contact Narayan Changda on Facebook is an accurate answer.